I went into teaching just like everybody else. I really wanted to make a difference, and I just wanted to work. And so it didn't matter to me where I was. I taught in Mentor for 2 years, and then I got engaged, and so my husband kind of reeled me back in. I was at the elementary first. When I got my full-time position, I was in 3rd grade, and then I got recruited to go to 5th grade, and I was in 5th grade for, I don't know, probably close to 20 years. I was at the middle school for a long, long time. And then I went from 5th grade. On the last day of school, we had a retirement breakfast or whatever, and they made this big announcement that they needed 2 teachers to move down to the elementary school. And I was like, what? And they said one was a 2nd grade position and one was a kindergarten position. And I soon found out that they already knew who they were going to send, and it was me. I was one of them. So that's what brought me back down to the elementary, to 2nd grade, and I was in 2nd grade for a long, long time until COVID hit. And then they created this new position to close the gap as a Title I reading intervention teacher. And I had several of my colleagues call me and say, this job was made for you. And I went for it. And that's what I've been doing the last 3 years. And I love it. I mean, I just love it. There were many, many wonderful things that I got to be a part of. We had an author visit from Sandra Phillipson, and she had Annie was her dog and Max, and we did a blowout, a complete school blowout with this author. She came and she worked with our students for a week, and we had a t-shirt contest, and the winner got to have lunch with the author. The dogs were here, and I wrote a rap, and I incorporated Mr. Pushkar put music to the rap, and then I had some of my kids from the middle school, they performed the rap at the high school on the stage. It was awesome, and they were just blasting music, Who Let the Dogs Out, and we made, the one class made dog biscuits. We sold dog biscuits. We had people buy them, and then we donated all the leftovers to Angels for Animals, and we sold so many that we were actually able to get a brick at Angels for Animals because of all of our donations. It was just awesome. I made the office, the dog pound, and I had teachers who were they were on the wanted posters on the dog pound. It was a blast. So I loved every minute of it. I mean, I know, I can't. Every minute. I love the kids, and I love the spark. When you know you've really gotten to them, I have so many letters that I got back from children years later. That's when you find out how much of an impact you honestly have. And it's not just, it doesn't have to be like a big thing, but you are so important in their lives. You're what they look forward to when they walk through your door, and you're the last face that they see when they walk back out. And it's just such an honor and a big responsibility. And I've had that privilege of doing it for 40 years. That's a lot. Okay, I have to get off.
After I graduated from college, I was a sub, and I subbed in Trumbull County, but I did not sub in Hubbard because I really didn't want to teach in Hubbard because my dad had a car dealership and our family was so well known. So I subbed for a while, and then I got the opportunity to move to Columbus, so I moved to Columbus, and then events happened, so I moved back home. And I actually got out of education and got into retail. And so I worked in retail for a number of years, and then I was managing the Hallmark store, Southern Park Mall, and we were shutting down for a total revamp of the store. So that's when I said, it's time to, if I'm going to do education, I have to go back. And So as I said, I'm going to Hubbard. So I subbed for 1 year in Hubbard, and then there was an opening. I really wanted kindergarten. That's really where my passion was. So as it would happen, they had an opening for kindergarten that following year. We have a prayer group before school starts, and I was talking to the girls at prayer group, and one of the teachers said God had different, he had a plan for you, and it was to be at Hubbard. You know, I loved being at Hubbard. Like I said, my family's always lived in Hubbard, and you know, we always joke and say we bleed blue and white. We've always been involved with sports. My dad was very involved with the sports in Hubbard, so I think it was a natural fit. I think it was meant to be, and I never thought to leave here. I never thought to go get another job once I got the job at Hubbard. I knew I would be here till I retired, so. We started out half-day kindergarten. There was just 4 of us, Mary Ann, Barb, Kathy, and I, and honestly, it was probably the best years of teaching it. We had the best time. Back then, you didn't really have all the state standards, and we could do whatever we want, and we did great units together, and we did, you know, we would go sing at the nursing homes, and we did a whole unit on Native American Indians. We would each do a tribe and do a powwow, and each classroom would make up their own dance to go with that tribe, and then we would present it at our big powwow, and we had great fun together. 1 year our enrollment dropped, and 3rd grade needed more teachers, so Jen Smith and I had to go to 3rd grade for 1 year. And then we came back and it was all-day kindergarten. So I've been in kindergarten 30 years. Then we moved to the new building. You know, I dearly love Roosevelt. I went to school at Roosevelt. My dad graduated from Roosevelt. I mean, we're Hubbardites, you know, through and through. And it was hard to leave Roosevelt. That was, to see it torn down was very hard. I've always said, teaching that we're a stepping stone for wherever these kids want to go in their life. You know, we are just a stepping stone to where their path is going to take them, and that has been the best part of it, is that they look back fondly on their memories here at Hubbard, and they remember all, you know, they'll say to me, oh, I remember the teepee, and I remember doing the buffalo dance. So those memories that they have and share with their family, is what makes it all worthwhile.